Yes, my wonderful people. Welcome to J Progress Entertainment again. And my people, another day on the Jayden Simit case. But today is not a regular day because today we have a major breakthrough in the Jayden Simit disappearance. People, it turns out that Shenique, the cousin, the mother of the 2-year-old, actually left the hospital and went to Spur Tree to get freshened up, to bathe and get clothes. Has anybody throughout Jayden being missing ever heard Shenique, Demar, or Ann mention that Shenique went to Spur Tree? Any interview, any live, did any of them mention that Shenique left that hospital and went to Spur Tree? Shenique had her personal driver driving her around. Somebody that is called Tommy from the area, from Newport. So let me say this to you now. The cousin that Jayden was waiting on, how many cousins has been mentioned in this entire situation? The only 2 cousins we know of that has been mentioned so far is Demar and Shenique. When Shenique was asked if there was any other cousin who Jayden could be waiting on, Shenique said she know of no other cousin. So the only 2 cousins was Demar and Shenique. Demar is a 15-year-old little boy. Demar doesn't drive. The only person in Jamaica at the time, the only cousin in Jamaica at the time, had access to a car, a private car. It was Shenique being driven around. Now, according to Shenique, when she went to the hospital, a matter of fact, she left and went to Mandeville to get chicken and chips. And when she went to the hospital, that's where she stayed. She eat there, she bathed there, she sleep there, and she stayed by her 2-year-old son's side until she had left Jamaica. Shenique, how come you never tell nobody, say, in a no time at all, throughout the entire time Jayden went missing, that you had left the hospital and went to Spur Tree? And furthermore, you were not present at the hospital during the time Jayden was out of school. Jayden's school finished around 2:30, 2:40. But Shenique, during that time, you were not at the hospital. So the only alibi you have would be the driver of the car. A matter of fact, did Demar leave the hospital with you? Did Demar went to Spur Tree with you? I said from the beginning, the smart child that Jayden is, Jayden would have never ever gotten into a car with somebody that he doesn't know. Jayden would have never gotten into a car unless someone the car was being driven by had said to Jayden that your cousin such and such send me to fetch you. Remember, we're talking about a brilliant, intelligent little 12-year-old boy. So Shenique, why throughout all this time you maintained that you have been at that hospital and you have never left that hospital? From your reach Jamaica, you're there right by your little 2-year-old side, but you never tell nobody say you left and go Spur Tree. Go up at your mother boss house or wherever. You told them you were going to your mother boss house. Where did you went? And even so, what made it worse? You were in the time gap of when Jayden was not in school. His school would have been over. According to Mr. T, you come back by sometime. But here, Mr. T start tie up himself. And here, Mr. T was being checked by the family before. Because Mr. T time them now add up with where Ann and Shenique and Demara say. So they have spoken to Mr. T already about the time when he do interview. So if you notice, when Mr. T was asked about time, he actually got a bit defensive and said, me a driver, me can't keep track of time. Mr. T was being cornered. Mr. T didn't want to say nothing and say the wrong thing. Because watch you know, Mr. T may not have been involved, you know. But at the end of the day, Mr. T is just being a husband and protecting his family. He don't want to be the person to let out say nothing when I match up with what them I say. Because guess what? They haven't sat down with Mr. T and discussed what he said. Because by then, Mr. T would have already known that, well on, why we need to plan what we go say if we attack the truth. So the plan was only being made with Demar and Shenique to speak what he speak. That's why they are the ones always out there on platform talking. Watch this now. So, let's say then, Shenique could be placed at the hospital during the last time Jayden was seen coming from Megamart and up on the camera. But the next thing again, was Shenique missing from the hospital during the time that Jayden left Megamart? Was Jayden in a rush to leave Megamart because the time when get to wait upon him cousin, him did need to reach Deso by that time? Can we play Shenique at the hospital? The hospital CCTV footage should show what time Shenique was at the hospital. She came back to the hospital. So make we match this up now. So if police can do their investigation and say, alright, Jayden left Megamart X time. But guess what? Shenique came back to the hospital X time. So Shenique, if you cannot be placed at the hospital during the time that Jayden left Megamart and was out there and was no longer in any view of any CCTV, or nobody had have any other view of him. And even so, Shenique, you could have gone back to the hospital, but where did your driver go? What plans and arrangement was made with your private driver who was driving you around, who would have been one of your closest person in Jamaica to be driving you around? What happened to Jayden then? So no realize what I go on now. Uno ask, who could have went want pick up Jayden? Shenique had a private car driving her around. Jayden was waiting on his cousin. The arrangement was made from Thursday night per phone and tell Jayden say tomorrow Friday, Shenique, your cousin come from foreign and she go come pick you up when you left school. Jayden didn't know if he was going to be picked up and brought to the hospital where everybody was. So he would have been happy to wait and the cousin who would come pick him up. Because probably in his mind he was going to be brought to the hospital where Mr. T was and was Demar was. He was the only one who wasn't at the hospital. So probably in Jayden's little mind is that he would be picked up by the cousin coming from foreign now and can't go to the hospital with everybody there because everybody always there together based on information. Them no left no, them one another. So me people, me want to know this now. If all this time Ann, Demar and Shenique has been hiding that Shenique did in fact leave the hospital. And like Shenique said, the only place she went to when she come to Jamaica was go get chicken for the little baby because the little baby didn't need chicken and chips. Then Shenique, why have you hidden that you left the hospital and went to Spur Hill to go and freshen up and bathe and collect clothes? During that time, when did you leave the hospital? When did you return to the hospital? And if so, where did your driver go? Was your driver at the hospital waiting on you throughout that time, or your driver left? Did your driver leave and pick up Jayden and take him wherever? Or did you guys both pick up Jayden together? Mr. T said he was surprised to how quick you came back to the hospital. But guess what? Mr. T never give an exact time when you came back to the hospital, because Mr. T didn't want to say nothing that could put you guys in any problem.